So before we start, on Instant Gaming, you can get the ultimate 1-month Game Pass right now for a whopping 35% off, and there's tons of stuff for PlayStation as well, link in the description, but more on that later. Now today, from the studio design director for Starfield, Emil, telling fans to stop asking him questions, fans raising serious concerns over new details, to Bethesda's director Todd promising a bright future for the game after release, and lastly, new ship customization options that have just been teased. If you can leave a like, it helps a ton, but turn that into a dislike if you get to the end and did not enjoy the video. Now, the studio design director for Starfield, who goes by the name Emil, has took to Twitter to share some news that he even agrees fans do not want to hear. Now, he said the following: "I know this isn't what any Starfield fan wants to hear from me, but I feel like I need to make this clear. No one other than Todd Howard himself is authorized to talk publicly about unreleased game info. That's the job of our PR/marketing/community folks. You have tons of questions, I get it, and my vague posting about the game doesn't help. I am so humbled by your anticipation of Starfield. Seriously, it is mind-boggling to me. So it really does pain me to say that I simply cannot answer 99% of your questions. I can't share my opinions on game content. I can't talk about the performance. I can't discuss, well, most things. I signed an NDA. I'm a professional. I don't want to get fired, but your support is everything to us. You fill my heart every day. Best fans ever." What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section below. I think it's just something you completely have to respect, especially the fact that he signed an NDA, but just as so many of us want so much more info, it really is so many, well, for the most part, loads of devs just teasing a few things. I mean, the other month or a couple of weeks ago, there was a dev that got a tattoo that they can't actually show because it was inspired by the game, but that basically acts as a teaser. So there is some top secrets going on, so to say, but I do think it'll be worth it. Now, Starfield's early access is already raising concerns amongst fans, and in case you were unaware, Starfield is getting a 5-day early access period starting from September 1st. Now, anyone who has the Constellation Edition can dive in. Now, on Reddit, some fans are concerned that they might be disappointed if they pay the extra money to get the game earlier than everyone else, only to then just find out that, well, it's not what they hoped for it to be. Now, one person said the following: "Fingers crossed it actually runs smoothly on day one, and it's the only reason I'm not buying it until it comes out." Now, that comment is based around the whole 30 frames per second situation as well, but the post continues to say, "I think everyone should wait to be sure that they know what they are buying. Most people wouldn't buy mystery fruit that they don't know the quality of, but then a lot of them will happily pre-order a game that hasn't been benchmarked by a single person publicly." Now, I personally feel 50-50 on that scenario, mostly because I truly do believe in the team behind the game, the track record, absolutely everything, and also everything we've seen thus far, even though there is some element of, wow, you know, this does kind of feel a bit too good to be true, just looks amazing. My question or concern, on my personal opinion and as a fan of this whole game, I would probably say, well, you know, it just looks so good. I really hope it just turns out to be as good as what we are seeing right now, which, again, you can argue that a lot of people do feel, you know, in that position. However, I do also understand that a lot of people have been burnt before by other game releases, by other studios, etc. So there's that. But I'm keen to know your thoughts on this. Let me know in the comment section below. For me, it's just about the whole studio behind it, the track record, and just things that have been developed before. That is really, you know, the whole element on, okay, I have a lot of faith in the project. And I mean, if you want to compare it to like another studio, I would say, like, for example, if Insomniac Games were to make any Marvel video game that wasn't Spider-Man, I'd instantly trust them because I just know the quality of their work. But again, that's just my personal opinion and how I feel about studios, but I'm keen to know your thoughts on this, so let me know in the comments below. Now, before I continue, I've got to share this amazing sponsor with you, so let's roll the ad and then we'll continue into the video. Today's video is sponsored by Instant Gaming, the site that gives you the best and hottest games out right now for up to 70% off on any platform instant, no pun intended. For example, you can get Hogwarts Legacy right now for 27% off, not to mention the deluxe edition for 25% off. But it's not just games that are out, you can also save yourself a bunch of money on pre-orders too. The best part of it all is it's just a simple click to order, head out to the checkout, and in a matter of minutes the code for the game on whatever platform you chose would have landed in your mailbox ready for you to download, and they even have support available 24/7. One thing that I have to say I love the most, however, is the variety. From PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and even Nintendo, the catalogue of games they have is truly extensive. Now you can get PSN cards as well at, you guessed it, a discount. So check out Instant Gaming and use my code to save yourself even more right now. The link is in the description below. Now, Starfield, a massive game with longer main campaign and high hopes for the modding community, says Bethesda's director Todd. Now, Bethesda's commitment to Starfield doesn't end with the release of the game. Todd has assured fans that the studio has plans to continue expanding and adding content to the game long after its launch. This dedication stems from the studio's understanding that their games have a lasting appeal, as evidenced by players still enjoying titles like Skyrim even years after its release. Now, furthermore, Bethesda has always had a strong relationship with the modding community, and well, Todd has said that he believes that Starfield will be a dream come true for the modders. He expressed his admiration for the modding community's creativity and acknowledged that they can add so much to the game through their own creations. And of course, this suggests that players can expect a ton of user-generated content to just really enhance our Starfield experience. And the big question is, okay, well, what mods will we need, or what things can be added into the game? And well, that's the beauty of the game after release, right? There's so many elements where you're like, wow, I wish that was a standard in the game. And then a genius behind the computer screen will make that dream a reality. So it's a whole element on it should, technically, the way it's being said, be a lot easier to mod for the most part, right? So there are no complications in terms of trying to get things into the game, etc. So for that alone, I'm just very, very excited to see. I mean, that statement alone has made me way more hyped for the game. Now, lastly, Starfield devs tease ship customization options. So today, Starfield's official Twitter account once again hyped up the customization options for your ships by showcasing a few designs that they have made. But if you haven't already watched through the deep dive from last month, then you missed out on a big breakdown to ship customization. And basically, players can go to any spaceport and speak with a ship technician to get the ball rolling. You'll be able to buy, sell, and upgrade your ships. Every component plays a role in how your ship will handle and what you can do on board. Now, designs look to also be entirely up to the player, so you will have a bit of freedom in not only the modifications you make for your ship, but how it physically looks too. This could be anything from a giant mech-style beast of a machine to a ship design inspired by some of your favorite scenes from science fiction films or shows. But again, the key is ensuring that the design matches the desired performance. Unfortunately, it does look like you'll have a few ships to add to your roster, which might actually be great if your current need calls for a fast, agile ship or a massive hull full of onboard resources and crew quarters. So that's going to be very, very exciting to see. What are your thoughts on Starfield? Is it looking too good to be true? Is there too much in the game that ultimately will make it more difficult to run? Or, for the most part, is a track record enough to say, well, the base of the game should, for the most part, be smooth, and everything we are seeing right now should be everything we receive? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. But we know that this isn't the only big game coming out. The other big game that is going to be releasing, of course not far after Starfield, is Marvel Spider-Man 2. And that's a complete different game, but there is a lot of chaos going on that side as well. So go ahead and check out the video that you see on screen right now.